Alright guys, so the other day we did an unboxing of one of the brand new Seiko 5 Sports. In the same video we also talked a little bit about the line in general, and I ended up getting a lot of really good comments from you guys. Some hate it, some love it, but good arguments on both sides, so thanks for that. I've had the watch for a few days now, so I just want to give you guys an overview of this particular model as well as throw out a couple of more thoughts on the line, so let's get into the watch. Okay, so there was a lot of negatives out there on these when they first launched, and I admit I got a little caught up in that myself. There are negatives, and particularly one for me, but this is being compared to and called the SKX replacement, and it really just isn't. You can't help but compare it to the SKX with it having the same case, handset, all that, but it really should be compared to other Seiko 5 dive-style watches. And that brings me to the one big negative when compared to most Seiko 5s, and that's the price. It's a jump in price at the moment over most Seiko 5s, although I was able to find mine on sale, and lower prices I think will likely be more and more common over time with these. So I just want to give you the rundown on this particular version, which is from the Sense line. We'll call it the avocado dial. A friend mentioned it looks similar to an avocado, and he's right, so we'll run with that. Size-wise, the watch is a little over 42 millimeters in case width. Lug to lug is 46. The lug opening is 22 millimeters, and the thickness is 13.5 millimeters. Again, the case is pretty well the same as the SKX, although it's a little tiny bit thinner with the display case back. The water resist keeps in line with your typical Seiko 5 at 100 meters, and the watch runs the hacking and hand winding 4R36 movement. The crown is push-pull. Screw down would definitely be nice, and I gotta say the first couple of times I tried to set this, I instinctively tried to unscrew the crown. Having the hacking and hand winding is definitely nice to have though. The dial has that green avocado skin texture, fun look with the pop of orange on the second hand, and that's something to keep in mind with these. They're meant to be fun watches. I like that they made the hour and minute hands match the dial in green too. The indices are applied for that bit of extra depth. Up top, we have the new Seiko 5 logo. Some love it, some hate it. I think I'm indifferent so far, although I guess it was probably due for a facelift. So what's up with the lume? Well, it's still a Seiko, and the lume is just what I'd expect. Rock solid lume. Side by side versus the SKX, it's pretty well the same. It probably looks almost identical on camera, but the 5 has just a slight edge, although of course it's missing the lume pip on the bezel. The bezel is a 120 click bezel. I'm liking the action. There's a little bit of that mushy play you get with Seiko sometimes, but guess what? We have spot on alignment. Actually, everything lines up pretty well perfectly on this one. I have heard mixed reports on that though, so I might have gotten lucky. The case has a dark gray PVD coating. I like the look, although getting matching hardware for straps will be tricky if that bothers you. The finish isn't bad, and I'll just take the strap off here quickly and show you the case back. And we have a display case back with the 4R36 doing its thing. The new Seiko 5 logo is painted on the rotor. Otherwise, nothing too crazy happening back here. So let me give you guys a look on wrist before we close out today's video. And there it is. And so far, the verdict for me is I'm liking it. I said it the other day, but the way they're marketing these, they're going for the younger crowd, and what an awesome first watch for a potential new watch enthusiast to start their interest in the hobby with over some of the fashion brands out there. Even for the seasoned enthusiast, I think it's cool to have some fun with different colors and textures. Yes, the price is high, and I'd still 100% take my SKX over this, but it's a really fun watch to have. I wouldn't be surprised if down the road there is an ISO certified SKX replacement, maybe in the Prospex line. I'll probably be a buyer of that too, but watch out for the price tag on that. I'm sure that'll be up there as well. So that's it, guys. Thanks so much for stopping by, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.